Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. If you've ever wasted a perfectly good afternoon just staring at a wall in a crowded DMV waiting room, clutching a messy folder of paperwork, well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to transform that bureaucratic dread into a complete digital breeze by breaking down exactly how to renew your New York State vehicle registration online.
Let's start with a really crucial question. Are you tired of those long lines and maybe a little terrified of the hidden penalties that come with an expired registration? Because missing your renewal isn't just, a minor headache. Driving with an expired registration can lead to some pretty hefty tickets. And honestly, even worse, if the state detects a lapse in your liability insurance, no way around it. You're risking a suspended vehicle registration, a suspended driver's license, and severe civil penalties that are going to cost way more than a simple renewal fee. It's absolutely vital to stay on top of this, and doing it online is without a doubt the most efficient way to protect yourself.
This explainer is set up as a guided walkthrough. We're going to quickly cover New York vehicle registration basics, preparation and prerequisites, the step-by-step online renewal, payment details, post-renewal temporary tags, and finally, exceptions and extra resources. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1, NY Vehicle Registration Basics. First up, let's take a peek at the invisible systems running behind the scenes. Because you can't just click Renew without satisfying the state's digital mainframe first, right? To renew online, you've got to clear two big blockers in the state's interconnected databases. First is the IS, that's the Insurance Information and Enforcement System. This database strictly matches your DMV name with your active New York automobile liability insurance. And a quick heads up, New York does not accept out-of-state insurance, period. Second is the RBE, or Registration-Based Enforcement Program. This one requires a recorded safety and emissions inspection within the past 12 months for most vehicles. If your inspection is expired, well, the system's going to hard stop your renewal right then and there.
Moving on to Section 2, Preparation before renewal. Now that we know the rules of the game, let's gather exactly what you need.
Preparation is absolutely the secret to a fast, glitch-free experience here. To minimize any hassles, you need 4 critical pieces of info ready to go. You need your current registration or your mailed renewal notice, proof of that active New York insurance, your driver's license for identity verification, and your exact license plate number. Now, the absolute key here is consistency. A name mismatch, like, say, having a middle initial on your insurance but not your license, that can actually flag your record and block the whole online renewal. Oh, and make sure you've cleared any prerequisites, like outstanding suspensions for unpaid toll fines before you start.
Okay, Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Renewal. With your documents ready, let's dive into the actual digital walkthrough.
So you basically have 2 pathways here. You can use the official state portal, which is fast and direct, but, and this is a big but, it protects your data with a super strict 60-second inactivity timeout. Literally, if you step away for just 1 minute to grab your credit card, your session will expire. Your other option is an authorized third-party portal like eTags. These provide a highly guided experience and alternative digital certificates, but they do charge a convenience fee. Whichever you choose, if you run into a troubleshooting error, the best tip is to first verify that your address perfectly matches USPS records, and double-check your payment info to avoid a simple card decline.
If you're using a guided system, you're just going to follow 5 really straightforward, actionable steps. First, you select the owner type. Is the vehicle owned by an individual or a company? Next, you provide your exact license plate number so the database can pull up your car. Then, you'll visually confirm the vehicle make and year on screen, just to make sure the system grabbed the right data. After that, you just answer a few simple yes or no condition questions, like whether the vehicle's been significantly altered. Finally, enter your shipping address, again, making sure it aligns with USPS, and confirm your order. Easy as that.
Next up, Section 4, Payment Details. We definitely have to talk about the financial architecture behind your renewal. While costs do vary, there is a minimum upfront 2-year fee of $32.50. This baseline applies to any vehicle with 6 or more cylinders, or any fully electric vehicle. Standard passenger vehicles in New York are generally processed in these upfront 2-year cycles.
But here's the thing, your total cost isn't just a simple flat rate. It's actually a pretty complex calculation based on 4 distinct variables. The state factors in your vehicle's unladen weight, which is just the empty weight recorded by the manufacturer. They also look at your fuel source, your engine cylinder count, and your county of residence. That last one is huge, because local vehicle use taxes vary all across New York State. So if you're comparing your final fee with a buddy who lives a few towns over, or drives a heavier SUV, definitely expect your numbers to be entirely different.
All right, Section 5, post-renewal, and temporary tags. You've successfully paid, so what happens next?
Well, the immediate digital reward is a temporary certificate of registration. When your payment processes online, do not just close the browser window. You will be prompted to download this temporary certificate. The absolute golden rule here is that this piece of paper is not valid on its own. You absolutely must keep your old expired sticker on your windshield, print this temporary certificate out, and carry it in your car to avoid any traffic tickets while you wait.
Let's put this into a quick timeline. You get that immediate temporary paper proof right away. If you are out of state when your inspection expired and you're using an extension sticker upon returning, you have exactly 10 days to get inspected. As for your actual physical sticker and registration card, the DMV officially advises it can take up to 90 days to arrive by mail, even though it usually shows up in a week or two. Once it does finally arrive in the mail, swap out that old sticker immediately.
Finally, Section 6, Exceptions and Extra Resources. Let's look at the strict exceptions where these online portals simply will not work for you. The crucial takeaway here is that if your vehicle falls into any of these specific categories, you cannot bypass the bureaucracy online. You've got to do it in person at the DMV. This includes massive vehicles weighing 55,000 pounds or more, any for-hire vehicles like taxis, buses, or liveries, ambulances, official New York press vehicles, rental cars, and any vehicles that are legally exempt from registration fees. If that's your situation, you'll need to gather your physical documents, fill out an MV82 application, and book an in-person appointment.
And of course, please keep this mandatory disclaimer in mind. State DMV processes and fees update frequently. While we've provided a comprehensive snapshot for you today, always verify with official New York State DMV resources. If you ever hit a roadblock, the official DMV website and their customer service hotlines are going to be your ultimate source of truth. Having demystified this whole bureaucratic puzzle, I'll leave you with this thought. How much time will you save now that you know exactly how to take control of your civic duties online? By understanding the databases, getting your documents right, and just executing the steps, you've completely transformed a dreaded chore into a few simple clicks. You now hold the keys to avoid the lines and the penalties entirely. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, safe travels out there.